Hey guys, so we just recorded the next edition of Unhinged and Uncensored, and yeah, it's a lot of schizo rambling. You can
It's a lot of schizo rambling. It's a lot of...
We touch on a lot of different topics.
It's conspiratorial, but a lot of it's truth.
A lot of it has to do with human trafficking. I thought it was interesting, and we tried to weave a lot of stuff together. I don't know, it just got me thinking about that whole thing with, that movie, The Sound of Freedom.
At the minute.
That's been going about, and I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, go ahead, check it out. Also, we did record a video for Monday, but it wasn't that it was a bad video. It just felt like...
It wasn't our best, and it just felt like...
It didn't have any bite.
If we felt like if we posted it, the people who aren't paying for the content on Gumroad would feel... Are we holding back? Where we don't want to do that. We still want to keep
this as rough as we can, but still we want to within YouTube's guidelines. Yeah. Does that make sense? So if you guys are interested, we can post it.
We'll post it on like
Saturday or Sunday or whatever. So if you're interested in it, we will post that. It kind of just felt like I didn't feel like it would be a good time to have.
Yeah, I don't want that be like the solo video for the week.
It wasn't the best video, but it was alright. It was just pretty much, let me tell you what I think of your country.
Yeah, so we probably will post it, but just as like an extra.
Yeah, think of it as just an extra. So anyway, look, let's jump into this one. You guys let it cringe?
So, Anon has a valid point. There's a general phenomenon I've noticed on the internet. Any form of free speech and little to no moderation becomes right-wing. Leftist ideas cannot exist without censorship and moderation. This is why we've started seeing armies of paid shills trying to flood spaces with their talking points.
Okay, so let's just scroll down a wee touch then, can't we? And we'll just go down nice and slow. Deleted.
That's
very interesting.
Deleted.
Oh, and they're all...
Oh, look! Another deleted.
So yeah, I thought that was just funny.
It's deleted.
I think that's really interesting though. That honestly, see when it comes to and again, this is where I feel like we're boxed into a corner when it comes to YouTube. I felt like this is where we're at this point. I feel like we really are. This is unironically 1984 meme. Okay. I'm sorry guys, let's keep going. We'll on to the next one. You ready for this? These dirty landlords that are up to no good.
Okay, so
21F Latina.
So 21 female Latina. I'm fucking our racist landlord and my family doesn't know. I have to post this somewhere. That's a good title, what, for the video?
Yeah.
I have to post this somewhere. This year my family moved into a nice house in a better part of town. I live with my mum, dad and sister. The place we're renting is in a fairly nice neighbourhood, and because my parents don't speak English very well, I've been dealing with a landlord when it comes to issues and paying rent. The guy seemed normal at first. Cordial, if a little standoffish. After the first few months, we had an issue with our direct deposit, and our rent payment didn't go through. I got a call from him after it was a few days late, and he was really rude about it. I asked him if I could bring the rent payment over to his place, and he agreed. Going to his place, I noticed a large MAGA flag in his driveway. I don't really care about politics, but that was a bit of a red flag. Literally.
Well, no, it's not blue. I think it's blue, isn't it?
No, it's red.
Is it red? Well, the hat's are red. I'm pretty sure the flag's blue more. Well, it does have a bit of red on it, don't they? It doesn't matter, I don't know.
He invited me in and asked me about my family situation. It was odd because he'd always been to the point on the phone. He wanted to stress that our direct deposit not going in had fucked up his finances, and he asked me to bring the money to him personally from then on. He had an air of
condescension.
I was going to say condensation. Condescension.
I'm fogged up.
I'm fogged up.
I'm so foggy. Yeah, I heard a good one. Is fog real? Because anytime you get close to it just vanishes, guys. So I don't know. I don't know. I've tried to be I've been getting really close to fog, and it just keeps vanishing now.
He had an air of
condescension,
like we couldn't be trusted to make the payments, but I agreed anyway and paid him our rent. After that, I'd go over on the 5th of each month and pay him either cash or cheque. Each time he'd make little comments, something that let me know that he found us distasteful. Derogatory stereotypes, crude remarks. Things got heated when he made a crack saying he was surprised I didn't get knocked up in high school. I got pissed, called him a racist fuck and left.
What is it with people, see if you're a landlord, do you not just want to be Yep, that's sweet. No
Yeah,
issue.
being like nice to the people who are renting your house.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day,
they're gonna wreck your house if you don't. Like, you know.
yeah,
you
and
know,
if they're paying, like she's making the effort to come over and pay you.
people make it out as if being a landlord's like the best thing ever. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's like a bad job, but at the same time,
If you have a bad tenant,
you're absolutely
the
done
amount of
for.
money that you're doing.
It sounds like a lot of people
And
management.
over here as well in the UK, I don't know so much about Northern Ireland, but I know in the UK, if someone doesn't pay rent in the house and they're squatting, you cannot throw them out.
Yeah, it can be very difficult
Very,
to get
very
to
difficult
get people
to get them
out
out.
of the
You
house.
have to go through all the courts, which is putting you in thousands
Yeah.
upon thousands of pounds worth of debt or bills to try and get them out. And even then, the bailiffs go around to get them out, and then they can just say no, don't want to
Yeah,
go.
it just sounds like an absolute nightmare. Personally, I wouldn't want to be a landlord just because it sounds like such a runabout job.
If you're American, you want a good show to watch, go Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
It's
yeah.
very good.
It is. It's one of those.
Or
like,
Slumdog Landlords.
oh, that's a good one. Slumdog Landlords is worth
very
watching.
good. UK shows.
Yeah. So anyway, so
It probably would have stopped there if I wasn't so fucked up. I went back almost right after I left, walked up to him and made out with him.
what? Is she
What?
like that? Does she?
I don't know what it is, but I find racism so fucking hot.
What is it with Latinas and being like this? What is with Hispanics?
What?
Either.
It's something that I'm really ashamed of, but ever since high school, I'd have my boyfriend call me names and say racist shit. They were usually pretty uncomfortable with it, but this guy, I knew he'd be into it. I could tell he wanted me because of how he'd look at me when I was talking to him. How his eyes would dart down, look at my thighs and my cut-off shorts. So when I kissed him, he reacted how I expect him to. He grabbed my ass and lifted me into him. The next thing I know, I was sucking him off on the couch. It literally felt like I was possessed. Like I wasn't in control of my body. I just had to have more of him. He pounded me right in his couch that night and I came so hard I saw the stars. I need to close our bedroom window.
Yeah, close up for the neighbours here. What are you reading? Some MAGA fan fiction?
Sounds like it. I go over all the time now, and while we have sex, he's constantly moaning things about me being his little Mexican girl, his Latina slave.
Oh my god.
And how he owns brown girls like me.
Oh my god, what is this?
And I don't know what it is, but it turns me on so much. It makes me feel so submissive in a way I've never felt before when he talks to me like that. And now I talk back to him, telling him how I'm his little beaner slut.
Oh, for God's sake.
I can't. This little Latina cockwhore.
Please stop.
My family would freak out if they found...
I'd like to think he's covering the rent for them these days now.
Yeah, my family would freak out if they found out, but I've even fucked him in my room during my sister's quinceañera with my whole family downstairs. How
What?
did he get there?
Why would your landlord be hanging about the house?
He doesn't do anything out of bounds. He doesn't blackmail me, and he hasn't crossed my
Wait,
limits.
how is he going to blackmail you?
I know.
He can blackmail you, you blackmail him.
Exactly. The fact he actually is racist, but doesn't abuse me, at least no more than I want him to, makes me want to be nasty for him. To me, from behind, bent over his kitchen table, he told me that I should drop out of college and do what came naturally, being his Latina maid slut. It was the hardest I've ever came in my life. I promise this isn't normally like me, but fuck if it's not some of the best sex I've ever had.
Well, there you go, guys. That's something that
Okay.
exists. I don't really know where to go with that one. Colonizer, okay, am I
That's
right?
mad.
That's mad. Yeah, I like to think at least he's knocking off a bit of the price of the
Rent.
price of the rent. That'll
Yeah.
be, or is
That'd
he
be
still
nice.
still up full price?
Full price.
Do
And
they,
he's-
wait, please tell me they don't like.
What?
You know, fine lately they added like the landlord thing to like the whole role playing stuff, do they? You know, fine lately they do.
Probably.
They probably do.
You know what I find so funny? When she says how, like, he liked it, like, he's racist, but he likes, like, fucking Latinas and stuff like that. What I find so funny, on Pole,
Oh yeah.
they're
yeah.
so racist and, like, so, homophobic and stuff,
But
you
yet,
know.
Nazi fanboys and
No, but yet again, can anybody send me porn of, trans girls, and can everybody send me ebony porn?
yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's like, no, but you don't get it. I have to-
Black porn and trans porn just send me it.
No, but you don't get it. I'm gonna save the white lace, guys.
It's so funny.
I don't know.
So
What was that joke? There was an excellent
It's
one.
like the more racist you are, the more liberal you are with porn.
Yeah, no, the best one ever was, I loved that one with, remember the Hunchback of Notre Dame? The villain in that one, what do you call him again?
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Hellfire!
Hellfire!
Yeah, hates brown people, wants a brown girlfriend.
A brown child girlfriend.
Is she? I don't think she is.
She's meant to be like 13, 14, Esmeralda.
I thought she was...
No, she's meant to be like
Well,
that
maybe
age.
in like the old story, like, I don't know, in the Disney one she looked like average Disney princess, which is like...
No, because he even sings it in the song
Does
about
he?
her being young and...
Does he?
Let me get the lyric. Pause that.
Hold on, because I don't remember that.
Maybe-
So, Megan can't find it.
Maybe it wasn't in the song, but there is something in the movie about her being young.
Yeah, I don't know, probably.
yeah.
Probably. I'm pretty sure it's an older story. It's
Yeah,
Disney,
it
for
is
God's
an
sake.
older story.
It's an older story.
You know what the thing is? So, Ozzy loves a wee storybook at night,
Oh, yeah.
and I bought this. If anybody knows him, it's the Ladybird collection, and it's all like the old stories. There's like Goldilocks and Three Bears, Three Billy Goats Gruff,
Yeah, all that sort of
all
stuff.
that stuff. But it's not the child-friendly ones.
Why? What one did you buy, Megan? Why? What happens in it? What one were you reading?
So I was reading them Chicken Licking.
Oh, God. Is this the one where they all
I was
die?
reading him Chicken Licking, and the sky's falling down,
Yeah.
and he goes on Henny Lenny and whatever it is,
Gussie Lucy?
Gussie Lucy and stuff like that, and he goes through it, and then
Gussie Lucy.
the fox eats them all.
Yeah, wait till
The end.
Oh, God's sake.
And then I read him The Three Little Pigs the other night,
Yeah.
and instead of, a huff and a puff and I'll blow you all down, I'll huff and a puff and I'll gobble you up.
Oh, do they do that?
And then he blew the house down and ate the pig.
Megan! We're gonna have to get him new ones, for God's sake. That's...
Why? Toughen him up.
Yeah, I suppose. Like, the weird thing is, like, we used to
I'm
watch...
reading them going,
I watched, like, The Exorcist when I was, like, 6.
Yeah, so did I.
And, like-
I remember my mum telling me she read Chicken Licking to me,
Yeah.
and it must have been the same book.
Yeah.
Because she had the exact same, that's why I bought it, because mum bought us the Ladybird collection.
Yeah.
And she remembers reading me the Chicken Licking one, and at the end the fox ate them all, but she made them up. She made it up. She's like, and Foxy Loxy took them all by the hand and skipped down the road, and they all lived happily ever after.
Like, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So, like, we're ready for this one. I, 33F, helped my brother, 31 meal, with dating apps. Now I'm depressed. What have you done?
Oh no.
What have you done?
Throwaway account. I have too many friends on my original account. I, 33 female, decided to help my brother, 31 male, with old apps.
It's old.
I
What
don't
do you mean
know.
old?
Online dating.
Oh, online
sorry.
dating, yeah.
He's been struggling with dating and online dating apps for 3 years now, and parents are concerned about his mental health. So I invited him to stay with me for a couple of weeks and told him that I would help him fix his dating app profiles, as I was certain that he was doing something wrong. He half-heartedly agreed and brought a second phone that I could use. He's 6 foot, 165 pounds, and is moderately good look. He has a stable job, which makes him good money.
Alright, so, you know, it
Okay.
doesn't sound...
I set up his account on Tinder and Bumble and completed his profile, description, etc. on a second phone. I also swiped and initially chatted with the women who matched with the profile. My aim was to show him how to talk to women to keep them interested in him, because his main complaint was that they never responded. I thought of sending the first few messages and then letting him continue the conversation. It has been 2 weeks now. My experience has been utter garbage. Nobody
Oh.
wants to have a conversation.
Oh no, is this women finding out how bad it is?
Mm-hmm.
This must, honest to God, I feel like we need to do one about hypergamy, so we do, in the near future, because like, it's mad. Like, it's I don't know, see the problem
What's
is,
hypergamy?
hypergamy is essentially that even like ugly girls go after like really nice looking fellas, because even nice looking fellas don't really care if they're getting the hole, they just get their hole. So like the bulk, it's only like the top like 30% of fellas are actually getting sex. Apparently it's like wild. So anyway,
I'm
yeah.
lost. Nobody wants to have a conversation. I don't quite understand why. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I feel depressed, probably because all these years I kept telling him that he was doing something wrong. I always thought that only rude, broke, obese, unhygienic and bad-looking men sucked at dating apps, and others had a fair chance. Well, I was in for a rude awakening. This was what I experienced.
I want to ask, has anyone actually had a good experience? Because I have yet to hear of anyone who's like met someone on a dating app.
I have. I know two people.
Two people that have...
Who met on a dating app, and one has a kid and they're happily together, and the other one, they've been together for quite a while.
What percentage would you say of the people that you know that are together, though?
I don't know, because once again, we live in Northern Ireland. It's a very small country.
Yeah.
And most people, if you're going with somebody, they're in the same town or the town over.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of know.
Or at least within a 10-mile radius from you. So it's
Yeah.
not like... And you know them through friends, through school, through
Yeah.
whatever. So that's hard.
Yeah, that is very true. It's very true.
Well, I was in for a rude awakening. This is what I experienced. 1. Very few matches. When compared to what we women get, he got a few matches in the first couple of days. Post that, it was just a match or 2 a day. I used to get scores of good matches every day when I used online dating for myself, and I was very picky. Number 2, hardly any responses from his matches. Women just don't want to have anything to do with him. This was perhaps what affected me the most. I watched in despair as matches just kept expiring. Sometimes they would stop after a few messages, and other times they wouldn't even send a message or a reply. I've used Bumble and Tinder myself. Men don't do this. 90% of men respond to the first message. This is worse than getting a dick pic, which has happened to me a few times. At least the person on the other side wants you, even if it is just for sex. Imagine being ignored like a piece of trash. That's what I felt like. 90% of the matches never initiated the conversation or responded to the first message.
Yeah, but what women do, that just isn't the way it works. Like, if you're going to talk to girls, you're going to have to go out there and talk to them.
Well, the thing with girls is they'll get a match, the man will message him, the girl will then go on the man's profile and then investigate for about an hour maybe. And they'll find your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your mum's Facebook, your aunt's Facebook, your sister's baby. They'll find everything about you and then decide if they want to go with you. And then never reply.
Great.
James, you're married, shut up.
I know, but look, you can't say that's not good for society as a whole, though.
I know, it's not.
You can't say that, see the whole, it just feels like everyone, I don't know anyone who's, single that's, having a great time if they're actively looking. And most, pretty much everyone that I know that's single is they're not actively, trying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're if
it happens.
It happens, sort of thing, you're right, you talk to someone, but, I'm not
searching for
does that make
someone?
sense?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the universal that I came across anyway.
Imagine being ignored like a piece of trash. That's what it felt like. 90% of the matches never initiated the conversation or responded to the first message. How is he supposed to get a date when there are no responses from the other side? Number 3, very poor quality matches. Most women who matched with his profile were nowhere close to his educational qualifications or salary range. In fact, there wasn't even a single match who initiated a conversation that I would say matched his salary and education level. I never had this problem on online dating apps. There were loads of men who were either equal or better than me in salary and education. I met my current boyfriend on Bumble, and he makes as much as I do. I don't know why men even go through this. He seems to be okay with this experience and is holding his own. I don't understand how. I know we can't change the dating scene much. The least we can do is empathise with the person instead of telling them they are doing something wrong. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm doing anything wrong myself. I'm just doing what worked for me. I'm going to ask him to stop using online dating and go out there. I'm sure he'll find it easier to find a good woman to date in real life.
Or you go up to someone and they're like, please, no, stop harassing me.
And they bring out the pepper spray.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I was just wanting to say hello. No. How often does that happen? That's the thing. This is the thing. I think, again, this is a big problem. Me and Gerb, we were talking about this the other day with the whole social anxiety and stuff of a lot of people. I don't know how we're going to fix this. This is a major societal issue.
Yeah.
You can't deny that this isn't a major problem. This is something that I think most people are...
And it is really affecting...
It affects both. It affects men and women.
Yeah.
It is affecting both sides, but it's still fucked. And I think people don't really I love the... Oh, actually, you know what? I can't say that point because... I could say that if we were on Gumroad, just saying.
Pause it.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, I can't say that.
What would you do? Is there anything that we can actually do? Is there any way to dissolve... I think the very nature of dating apps, though, the way...
Has destroyed it, though.
I think it definitely hasn't done anyone any favours. It definitely hasn't, and I don't know a way of improving the situation because everything is so online now that it's almost impossible. Like,
Get away from it.
what would you do? Well, you don't want to be going after anyone in your workplace. That's a horrible idea because if that turns sour, then you still have to see them every day.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's not worth it. Or
Don't shit where you work.
Or you get a lovely trip to HR. That's always fun. It's just not good, and I've got no idea. I'm so happy that we got together.
I know.
Before
all that,
because
we got together just on the cusp of dating apps. Dating apps, I think, maybe kicked off. Oh fuck! I hit the table. About maybe a year,
6 months to a year after
we started going out.
So I'm pretty happy with that. Pick that, if I be honest with you. But again, I do think
it seems you would never have survived on dating apps. My guy.
No, there's no chance. No.
Oh no.
Why
I'd love to do a social experiment with you, but the thing is, everybody knows everybody, so you can't put it up. I'll get messages and be like, do you know James is on Tinder?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a social experiment. Because James's chat is just
appalling.
It's appalling.
No, what was that one? Oh, you had that story. We should put that. I don't know where it is. About your one.
Oh yeah, where the guy said to his wife they were happily married, had kids, and all this, a really happy marriage.
Well, that's what appeared. Well, that's what she thought.
And then next minute he came to her and said, "Oh, I want an open marriage," and her whole life fell through the fucking floor. She was like, "What the fuck? You're not attracted to me? What's wrong?" And he's like, No, I just want to be open with you. I want to experience new things." And
yeah,
she was devastated.
They're mid to late 40s, if I remember.
Yeah, and she was absolutely devastated. So about a week later, he was out doing his thing, and she downloaded Tinder.
Yeah.
And she downloaded Tinder, and it was only a day she had it, and she had over 90 matches, and all these men messaging her and stuff, and she was honest with her husband and showed him, and he got so angry. He's like, "No,
absolutely
we're not an open marriage anymore."
Well,
what the fuck?
What did you expect was going to happen?
He must have been having good luck out there.
What did you expect? Come on, man. Right, well, do you want to do one more? I feel like we should do one more. Let's do one more.
One or two. I'm getting really tired of my boyfriend's cross-dressing.
Oh, no.
Same.
I would make the ugliest girl.
Ugliest female.
I would be the least possible trap
ever.
There's nothing
Your
about me.
Broad shoulders and no ass will give it away. And
I just don't have.
No.
There's nothing about even my face that's even remotely femoid.
No. I'm trying really hard to incorporate it into my life and buy him things to wear and compliment him and let him express himself. But it's just destroying my femininity. Today I asked if I should get a cute dress for our anniversary, and he said, "For me?" For me?
For me? What's that from? For little old me?
I don't know. And the other day we were walking in Sephora, and all he was doing was asking about what makeup to wear, and every time I was shopping for women's clothes, he's shopping for himself. I don't even feel like the woman in the relationship anymore. I hardly feel like a woman.
Well, you know what? That's what happens whenever you marry a editor.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
I don't know. Well, that's all I gotta really say to you.
To be fair,
what?
I married a Redditor.
Why you insult me like that?
No, because whenever we started going out, you were heavy into Reddit.
I did enjoy Reddit, so Reddit was good
until back then. The Happening 2016.
Yeah, it was,
and then it all flipped.
It wasn't even. It was by 2015. It was starting to get really bad. I stopped using Reddit by 26. I did use some Reddits, some subreddits though. There was some. I used to be able to go on all of it.
Yeah.
Back in 2015, but by 2016, it was just a handful.
Yeah.
Of
subreddits,
hobby niche ones, and then I think I stopped completely by 2019. I haven't really touched Reddit at all.
Yeah.
1920.
Yeah.
It just got to the point where you could not use anything.
Because it was all fucking saturated.
There's no subreddits, I believe, that are left that you can actually go on and be like, oh, that's actually, decent, and you actually speak freely.
Today I fucked up sucking dick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Throw away for obvious reasons.
Right, whose dick did you suck?
This literally just happened. I can't tell anyone in real life, so I have to share this somewhere. So it's a standard Saturday night, few drinks, hanging out with my boyfriend, and decided to move things on. We get to having sex and moved on to anal without preparing.
Oh!
I knew where this is going.
Did she suck on a poo dick?
She sucked on a poopsicle. It's a fantasy of his that I lick his dick afterwards, which I don't have issues with and have done before when we're in the mood. I'm drunk. So I gave it one long lick, then done. I could feel something like hair in my mouth. When I pulled it out with my finger, it turns out it was a worm. A fucking worm.
Oh, that's absolutely... No, that's...
A worm.
Oh, stop, Megan.
Dear
stop.
Lord.
Oh my god, that's actually fucking revolting.
Probably worth mentioning that I work with kids, so this is a thing I have to deal with semi-regularly. Kids get worms all the time.
Wait, so did she get them?
Kids get worms.
And do you get them worms off kids?
Kids with not washing their hands.
How do you get them though? Like, do you?
It's like, you know,
is
it's
it-
like
is
an
it-
no, you know
Is it
what
like
it is.
eggs on your hands or something?
Yeah, it's like fecal matter and stuff in their hand. You know, kids are really shit washing their hands.
Yeah.
It's kids just not being clean. You know, like scratching themselves,
Oh.
stuff like that, and then like handling things. It's their eggs, but kids have worms. Loads of kids. It's something.
Do they?
Kids have
No
worms.
way.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
be that high.
like, it is. Look it up. I can't remember what they're called.
That is
Can't
actually
remember what they're called,
fucking
but they do have
revolting.
them.
That is revolting. This is the grossest thing that's ever happened to me, and
We just discovered the biggest mood killer that can ever exist. Now just sat there, both of us grossing out. To TLDR, had in with my boyfriend, licked him after I got a parasitic worm in my mouth.
Well, that's the end of the video, guys. I don't think we're going to get anything to top that. That was probably worse than some of the stuff on Gumroad, guys. Not gonna lie. Hey, I don't say that we've moved everything off to Gumroad, alright? Because if this stuff's on YouTube, you got... Alright, all I'm saying is definitely check out Gumroad. You know the thing
Yes.
is as well, what I like the most about it is, it means I don't have to worry that much about these videos being demonetized.
Yeah.
Because we're still gonna get that back from
Gumroad, yeah.
So honestly, like I'm really happy with this whole situation. And what I like about it as well is with YouTube, it's always like you're an independent contractor. It's not truly self-employed
Right,
because
yeah.
you have to rely on a different company.
To be able to give you the money.
Exactly. Whereas with Gumroad, I feel like, you know, it's a monthly subscription based thing. If you guys aren't interested anymore, you can cancel it anytime. And it gives us a bit more security in what we do.
Yeah.
You know, because if...
And how we do it.
Exactly. So if YouTube just goes through like a binge of just demonetizing you for like a month and a half, which has happened to us so many times.
Then we can upload there.
Yeah. And it just doesn't matter. Like, we
Doesn't
can,
matter.
honestly, it's great. I actually love it. So if you're interested in it,
Please
how many
go check it
videos?
out.
There's 5 videos now, is it? Yeah, there's 5.
Yeah, there's 5 videos.
There's 5 videos up on it. Well, there'll be 5 videos this weekend.
This Friday.
We've recorded 5 in total.
Yeah,
There's 4 currently.
the new one will be up on Friday.
Yeah, no, Friday, is it Friday? Yeah, Friday
Friday.
or Saturday?
Friday.
I'll put it on Friday, just.
Yeah.
Anyway, definitely check that out. Links down below to it if it's something you're interested in, if you want to hear more of us. Also, we will upload that other video, think of it as like a bonus video, just because...
For this week, we'll upload it like Saturday or something.
It just felt like there was no edge to it. I
Yeah.
felt like it was more just us pissing about and having a bit of fun. However, I was worried about it because it felt like, are we watering this down and only going to keep all the good stuff for Gumroad? And that's
Which
what
we
I
don't want to do.
Exactly.
So, let us know if you've ever had a worm in your mouth down below. I fucking hope not. And check out Gumroad and check out everything else. I don't know. Look, see you in the next
Check it
video.
out. See you, babe. Bye-bye.
Bye.